Alright, check this out. Jackson Boohey here with TMZ, and Will Smith is suddenly under major pressure after a fresh sexual harassment lawsuit was just filed. Now, we're in an era where celebrities get hit with lawsuits all the time, so you might think you already see the angle here. Hold up, you really don't, because what's being claimed in this case goes in a direction most people are not expecting, and we're about to unpack that. Before we go any further, let me be crystal clear about one thing. These are allegations, nothing has been proven, and the only place the full truth comes out is if and when this reaches a courtroom. Here's another key point. Our team contacted Will Smith's lawyer directly, and listen to this, the response caught me completely off guard. So yeah, you're gonna wanna stick around to the very end to hear exactly what was said. Now, let's rewind to March 2025, when Will Smith launched his first tour in over 20 years, officially called the Based on a True Story Tour. Putting the lawsuit on pause for a moment, the tour alone shocked a lot of people, especially with Will still carrying the weight of what everyone remembers as the slap. You know, the night he walked on stage and slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars. And here's what really surprised me personally. I completely underestimated how deep Will Smith's fan support still runs. I knew he had fans, but selling out multiple arenas? That was not on my radar. No shade to Will whatsoever. I grew up watching The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but still, girl, that caught me off guard. Alright, I'm drifting. Let's get back on track. As part of preparing for this tour, Will Smith brought in a violinist named Brian King Joseph. And that name might ring a bell because Brian King Joseph has built a huge online following thanks to his viral violin videos. Editor, go ahead and roll that clip. He also had his breakout moment back in 2013 when he appeared on America's Got Talent. And since then, he's gone on to work with multiple high-profile artists. Now, listen to this. According to the lawsuit, Brian claims that in November of 2024, Will Smith personally invited him over to his home to discuss a possible opportunity tied to the tour. Brian says he went to the house and performed on the violin directly for Will Smith himself. And clearly, Will liked what he heard because that performance allegedly led to a one-off show in San Diego, followed by an invitation to join the rest of Will Smith's tour.
Here, I was hired to be a performer on a major tour with somebody who is huge in the industry.
So after that, Will Smith and Brian allegedly became much closer, with the lawsuit even claiming that at one point, Will told Brian, "You and I share a connection I don't have with anyone else." But hold up. Jump ahead to March of 2025, the tour officially launches and the opening stop is Las Vegas. According to the complaint, Brian says Will Smith's team took care of all hotel bookings and room assignments ahead of time. Shortly before the show, everyone checks into the hotel and at first, nothing appears out of the ordinary. But here's where the story shifts dramatically. When Brian returned to his hotel room, he claims there were signs someone had already been there. Now, there were no clear signs of forced entry or stolen items, but the lawsuit highlights one detail in particular. And this is where things really start to escalate. Quoting the lawsuit directly, Brian alleges he discovered a handwritten note addressed to him by name that read, "Brian, I'll be back no later than 5:30. Just us. Drawn heart stone F." The complaint further states that items left in the room included wipes, a beer bottle, a red backpack, a bottle of HIV medication labeled with another person's name, an earring, and hospital discharge paperwork belonging to someone Brian did not recognize. According to the lawsuit, Brian feared that an unknown person was planning to return to his room to engage in sexual activity with him. Worried about his own safety and the safety of fellow performers and crew, Brian says he immediately contacted hotel security, alerted representatives for the defendants, took photo evidence, requested a new room, and even called the local non-emergency police line. Now, this is where many people start asking the same thing. Does this actually back up Brian's sexual harassment claim? And on the other hand, could Will Smith's legal team argue that this evidence doesn't prove anything at all? After the Las Vegas shows concluded, Brian says he reached out to a man named Tim Miller. The lawsuit doesn't clearly explain who Tim Miller is, but it strongly implies that he held authority over the tour or performances. When Brian asked for clarification, the lawsuit claims Miller instead shifted the blame onto him for the hotel room incident days earlier. Quoting the lawsuit again, Miller allegedly replied, "I don't know. You tell me, because everyone is saying what happens to you is a lie. Nothing happened and you made the whole thing up. So tell me, why did you lie and make this up?" Based on these events, the lawsuit alleges that Brian King Joseph was simply fired for reporting sexual harassment. And just to be clear, the claim is not that Will Smith personally carried out these actions himself. As mentioned earlier, we did reach out to Will Smith's attorney, Alan B. Grodsky, who issued the following response. He stated, "Mr. Joseph's allegations concerning my client are false, baseless, and reckless. They are categorically denied, and we will pursue all legal avenues available to ensure the truth comes out." Now, listen, we always read the comments, and what we really want to know today is whether Brian's claims hold any weight or if this feels like a weak case overall. And if there's another story you want us to dig into next, drop it in the comments below, because like I always say, we read every single one. My name's Jackson Buhai, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.